Well, welcome back to Let's Play Rune Factory Oceans. I've officially started recording for October, so it's kind of gonna be awkward to juggle that. It's like, do 2 parts. I'll just say what one I've been recording for so far. Resident Evil 0. And that game has not been fun so far. I've recorded 6 parts over the past few days. 3 record sessions.
Rune Factory.
And 2 of those record sessions ended with a game over, which meant I had to play all that bit all over again off screen and then save for the next record session. Yeah, it's not been a very fun game so far. I've got 2 game overs. One at the end of part 2. And the other one at the end of part 6. When I replayed to get back to where I was at the end of part 2, that was a lot of fail as well, because the zombies in that game are just seemingly impossible to get around for the most part. But at the end of part 6, by that point I was just like, I'm just kind of resigned to the fact that I'm probably going to get game overs a lot at the end of a record session. I have to do shit all over again. But surprisingly, redoing that one, I was like, okay, it wasn't that bad, I suppose. Still, not really a fun game so far. But in between recording for that, got another game that I will be doing a blind let's play of for October, and I haven't got around to recording for that one yet, because the game is not yet arrived. It'll probably arrive today. And I don't know if I'll actually record for it today, because I have to, edit this part and the next part of this LP, doing 2 record sessions in one day, meaning 4 parts, and I've got to edit them, on the same day, at least for this one, because I'd have to clear up space to make room for another record session. You see what I mean? It's like, why even record so far in advance anyway? It's like, because for the October special, I upload daily as opposed to once every 2 days, So it's a bit more of a pain in the ass, which is why I've said a couple of times over the past year, since that 10-year anniversary video that I did, was it back in April? I think it might have been. That it'll be the final October special now, from that point on, October will just be any other month, really. Instead of stressing out trying to get 2 or 3 Let's Plays as much completed before, October runs around. I don't know how some people are actually able to do stuff like that, complete a game so quickly. And be like, yep, that's done. It's like it takes hours, man. Hours. The editing as well. I could really just be like, okay, just put it into the into Shotgun, sync up the audio, bam, save. That's it. Don't need to look at it any further. That's all it needs, because I don't tend to do much editing. But no, even if there's no editing to be done beyond that point, I'll let the video play out anyway. Because you never know as well if the audio will get desync or the video will go and skip all over the place. Which actually did happen in part 6 of Resident Evil 0. For whatever reason, right when the fail happened, the video was like, I'll fail along with you, and just skipped all over the place, and I was like, why'd you gotta do that? So yeah, so it's time consuming. Much like this Let's Play, can you imagine how, it would take, it's just I can't even ask that of anyone watching this. It's just hey, someone that's watching this, go back to part 1 and watch all the way up to this part, see how long it takes you. It would probably take days, maybe even weeks, months even, depending on how you have the time. This freaking LP is ridiculous. Also, I didn't look at the builder thing like I usually do at the end of the previous part, but since it was just a 1-part thing,
what a nice warm day.
It doesn't matter, it doesn't count, essentially.
Morning. morning! Another day to do our best.
And there's Sandra going, wow, nice warm day. It's like, it's only 17 degrees, but it feels more than that, so I imagine humidity must be quite high today. Doesn't your heart just leap when spring comes around?
Did you make me this? You're so talented.
So talented, I'm not even gonna look at it.
Good morning. Good morning to the both of you.
Have a good day. I love this tree-lined street. I find it so soothing. Now, I've gotta say,
What a nice aroma.
of all the Let's Plays, well, I can't say all Let's Plays because Higurashi wouldn't count in that regard because of how it's recorded. But, you know, all current Let's Plays and, you know, the Resident Evil one I've been going for, out of all of those that I've, like, are ongoing, this is by far the easiest to sync up audio because there's just so much voice acting in the game. Makes it easier to sync up the audio.
What a lovely morning.
It's so nice and warm outside. I love spring. Spring, I feel, is better than summer. If anything, it's because,
Hello.
you know, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's, you know, all bright and sunny because it rains a lot. According to someone on the bed there. But, you know, temperature-wise, it's not as bad as summer in general, you know. Summer, it's like, it can range, it can be, you know, a lot of rain and stuff. But, you know, it's more prone to heat waves, and I don't like heat waves.
Hello.
I mean, does anyone like heat waves? I mean, I guess people that, like, really love when the well's warm, you just, like, go to the beach and stuff and get sunburnt to shit. Like, oh, I'm gonna have a lovely tan by the end of the day. By the end of the day, just simply having anything of contact with any part of the body.
Oh, good morning, you two.
My uncle who lives in Cardia doesn't live with his daughter. He must be so lonely. But I know he does it for her sake. I mean, is that like a reference to like a character from a different game or something, or what? I have no idea.
Morning.
I recommend moondrops this time of year. I like the little dainty yellow flowers. Moondrops, you say? Ask and you shall receive.
Can I really have this? I won't give it back to you even if you ask for it, you know.
And also, I almost forgot. Kind of running low on them, though.
Thank you so much. Now, what sort of accessory should I make with this?
Good morning! I wonder what we'll be having for lunch! It's so fun to think about!
Well, that's happened. You look like quite the sourpuss. Also, comment on the previous part. I mean, yeah, I can see it. It's like, there's been over 120 parts, but yeah, it is kind of weird to look at Beatrix and look at all the other characters and go, how? I mean, I mentioned this before, but, you know, she's obviously, you know, a bit heavier weighted, like, than the other characters. But, you know, putting on weight doesn't really apply to the head. Your head shouldn't automatically be bigger. That doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't make any sense, really. Imagine you put on weight and your head gets bigger. It's just like, would the brain also grow bigger? Imagine that, then everyone would be like, hey, I'm eating a lot, and I'm just like, I may look out of shape, but my brain it's massive. It's like, it's not massive, you just got a giant tumor on it. What traditional breakfast is best, I guess? Let's have a bit of pastry.
morning. I do hope you'll have a good day. Oh, my.
I'm so sorry we were interrupted the other day. I hope you'll come to dinner another time. Don't worry, it will be my treat. Did they go on ahead without you? Nope. Don't think there's gonna be any friend bits.
Good morning. Good morning.
Erin gave me a picture of the other day. She gives me bits all the time. What's the way pronounced books? Books. Take your time.
Morning! Good morning!
I wish I could write Karen just once. Sarah says she wants to write it too. We say the same shit all the time.
Hey! Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed? That's how young folk ought to be.
I hear there's fish that live in the sand. I've been on adventure for a mighty long time and I've never saw of it like that. You never seen Guppy then. I found him on Jungle Island. He was kind of floating around.
Good job. So, you are hard at work this morning. Excellent.
I decided to make a monster my private secretary, but Sherrod became angry when I brought it home. He said that monsters are forbidden on the premises.
Jewels possess magic. I will take possession of this one.
Wait, James is out?
Good morning, you two.
I often eat cakes with Elena. Sorry to say, she always steals the strawberries.
Good morning. Good morning. So, you're up early?
You know, those flowers, leaves and shit look awfully flat, don't they? I'm reading a story about a boy and a girl from feuding families who end up giving their lives for love. So romantic. I know, it's really romantic. Romeo and Juliet's overrated. How is it? I mean, it's basically like you said there. It's just like, okay, two feuding families, but you know, a son of one and a daughter of another. They fall in love and they can't be together, and then they tragically die in the most stupidest way. It's just like spoilers. Is like, well, I've never read or seen anything Romeo and Juliet related. I mean, it's just like it's only a couple hundred years old story. You know, I don't get that excuse, do you? It's like where someone and just be like, I don't know, I'm not really into Star Wars, but you know, everyone knows the whole Darth Vader is like Luke's father and all that shit. And it's just like, it kind of is a point where it's kind of accepted that it's like, hey, that movie's, or that game, whatever is certain amount of old. It's like, that was done decades ago, so who cares about spoilers now? Well, you know, it's like, I've never fully played through Final Fantasy VII, and you know what I'm probably referring to, you know, with that big ass spoiler that everyone knows about that game. Think of how, I mean, for me, that's part of the reason why I haven't really properly played through it. It's because I already know how it goes, and when I played it, I was like, you know, it's so highly rated that it just makes it harder to get into because you've got too much expectations, but you already know how a certain event is going to happen in the game, so it's already spoiled, so it has zero impact because you know what's going to happen. well, I mean, maybe not exactly zero, but you get the idea. It kind of ruins the story if you've never actually played it and you already know the spoiler for it, because it's like thing that everyone just accepts as, yeah, that, I mean, it was a game released in the 90s, so who cares about spoilers for like a couple decade old game? It's like, well, I do, man. It's just like, how are you supposed to go into it for the first time if you haven't played that game before, or something like that, read or watch something, and it's just like casually accepted, okay, you can spoil it because it's that old, everyone's seen it by now. Well, not everyone has. Bit of a rant. What was I doing? Oh yeah, flowers. That's just an example though.
Thank you very much. I love this.
To be honest, it doesn't really bother me that much, or at all, in the example I used. But it's an example that, you know, not everyone is like, that'd be like, okay, you're born, you've seen all of these movies and games, so we can spoil it to you. I mean, it's like, just kind of casually accept it, isn't it? If it's popular enough, then it's just like, who cares? Then it doesn't become popular with some of the others that haven't seen it because they already know how it plays out and therefore probably don't care as much.
Morning!
So it's not as impactful.
Morning there! Let's have a great day!
Also notice the fact that I went on all about that with Final Fantasy VII and didn't actually explicitly say what the spoiler is. I'm just kind of assuming that you know what I was talking about there. See, I could avoid talking directly about the spoiler. I mean, I could talk about the spoiler without actually spoiling what the spoiler is. Marketplace is open on holidays. It's open on both Thursdays and holidays, but what I want to know is what does it have to be open on holidays?
Hey!
I want to take it easy on holidays. Well, you know, shop's gotta be open. Gotta be able to sell my crops and shit. So that just leaves Lena and Sierra and Bismarck. It's all due. You know, when you think about this, LP is like so slow and gone to a crawl that it pretty much is. Wait, they're out?
Good morning. Good morning.
That's just basically become the Let's Play where I'll just ramble and rant about random stuff. I really don't like my name very much. I'm serious, it sounds like someone valiant and strong to me, but I never feel like I can live up to that image. It's like I've compared it as well. It's kind of like my Sims 2 LP, where it's kind of like, you know, nothing would really happen to those notes, so I just rambled the whole time. I mean, for freaking crying out loud, there was one part in the Sims 2 LP I remember where I just, you know, was messing around with Google Translate the whole time. I think that goes to show how uneventful that is. Just like, you're playing a game and you're just like, screw playing the game, let's mess with Google Translate.
Morning! Morning. Hope it's a good day.
I mean, at least this game hasn't quite reached that level where it's just like, screw the game, let's like not even play the game at all and just do something else.
What's up? Selling something? Thanks.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. I told you, yeah, so appreciative of it. Wait, that was the only one I made? Okay.
Thanks. Thanks.
So, yeah, thanks. Great stuff.
Thanks.
At least it was a different tone.
What'll it be? How many? We'll bring it to your shed. Well, Bismarck will.
We should close the general store, then I wouldn't have to work at the counter anymore. Hey now. I mean, imagine that if they didn't have the general store. Well, to be fair, I don't really use the general store for much other than selling and buying monster cookies.
Good morning.
But still, you gotta have the general store.
Sorry to interrupt your work.
You guys must be morning people.
You know what? I mean, I've kind of said it before, more or less, but it'd be so much better if this game had like a second island that was populated, you know? Have different shops as well, you know? It's cool. I mean, can you imagine how much lengthier the game would be if you had like friends events on a different island as well? It's like, holy shit, this game is way too long. You really think you're a genius, don't you? Again, that line just makes him sound like he's being condescending, doesn't it? But she doesn't take it that way. Yep, I am after all. I mean, is he being condescending or is it just me? It definitely sounds like he's being condescending and Elena's completely not really taking it that way. Maybe it's the way I read that line. I mean, how can you read that line and not sound like you're condescending, you know? It's like, you really think you're a genius, don't you? I don't think it's possible. So we begin the daily shifts. Which is not like a literal shift. Can you imagine if it was? When you gotta think about it, there are like God knows how many video games really, you know, exist at this point in time. But how few games actually would have a usable toilet? You know, and when there is a usable toilet in the game, every now and then, it's usually just, you know, pee.
Thank you very much.
You never see shit, unless it's the whole point of the game, I guess. You get literal shitty games. But, like, I definitely have seen a game where the whole goal of it is to take a shit. Can't remember what it's called, but I remember seeing someone play a game that was pretty much that. Which is just really shitty. Literally.
I hope we harvest some good stuff.
But anyways, this is gonna take a while, so off screen. You know, that's interesting, you know? Got a lot of crystals and rubies growing around. Which is fine by me, because they take longer. Which means I don't have to, you know, harvest them as frequently. So that's good. Saves time, and RP as well. But, yeah, it's still gonna take a while with the crops, so still off-screening. Man, that tortoise is always pushing other monsters around, aren't you? Literally. See? You see that? That Bacchus? I mean, this isn't sand, but he could go over there, or right here. And that'd be a fish on sand. It's always weird, isn't it? It's like, okay, we can have fish, but we're not always in the ocean or anything, so they've gotta be on land, which doesn't make sense, so they will have to float, which doesn't make sense. But whatever, off-screening. Holy crap, really? How is this possible? Nothing has actually grown here yet? Really? Probably will as soon as I go back that way. Is it growing? I mean, that kind of implied it was growing. Looks like it might be. Well, yeah, it's growing. But at a slow rate. Trees take a lot longer to grow. You know, regular crops and minerals. Strange. This doesn't look like it's gonna grow into an oak tree. I mean, I've never really thought about it, I don't think, but oak trees. Well, trees in general, you know. You usually see trees when they're, you know, a big ass tree. But, you know, they gotta start somewhere. But it kind of looks like ferns. So how does that become that? I don't know, is it just me, or is that actually how it's generally meant to look? Wait, how did I miss a spot here? I do not know. I see stuff has grown over there. Called it. And of course there's to be bloody. It's either onions or daikon. I think this island has daikon, right? So that's probably what it is. Since I'm done here, I will confirm it and then off stream. Because this is taking a considerable amount of time. Oh, and spinach as well.
Okay? Don't push it
Oh, it's
too much.
onions. Okay. I will eat this jam while standing in spinach and off-stream the rest. Look how Dean has to look up. He's like, wow, you're a big monster. It's because it's a dragon. Just recruiting the troops. You know, before bedtime. Still got one island left to go, so I'm still off screen. Even though it is the easiest one to tend to. You know what? Screw it, on screen then, why not? The more I said that, the more I realized, yeah, this island isn't too much fast to deal with. Because of the orc archer, you know, harvesting the crops. So sometimes I come to the island and still, you know, not finished with the job, but he does a good job. He does well. Makes it so that all I have to do is rough monsters and plant crops. Some of which are paying nasty and stuff like that happens. Yeah, I'm like on screen this, but at the same time I've got nothing to say, so is there really much point to it? Wait, when did I pick those up? Was I in my inventory at the start of this part, or did I pick up giant spinach? And because I wasn't paying attention, there's only regular old spinach. Would not be surprised. There is so many of these. Should really make little pickles. I mean, I've got a lot of the ingredients needed. The ingredients just being universe. Okay, we finished slightly earlier than usual. That means we're gonna have at least a relatively decent amount of time to explore the shrine that refuses to clear.
Good evening.
Well, be cleared, I should say. Anyone in here? Well, I don't think Electra's gonna have one on her own. Just take a bath. Although you never know. But I doubt it. It's like, what are you talking about?
Man, this feels good.
You know, there occasionally will be, you know, a random scene where, like, something happens in the bath, usually next door, unless it's a laner. Like, was it the previous part that happened in? Where, like, Adine passed out in the bath, then Elena had to carry him out. Of course, we don't see her carry him out because that would look a bit odd.
Hey there. You're working late. I gotta shape up then.
You know about mermaids? When a mermaid gets wet, it feels like its feet turn into a tail. What? I wonder what happens if they're out walking and it starts to rain. Mermaids, they don't have these. Unless the mermaids in this world here actually do. It's like the mermaids in the real world, they don't exist. It's like, oh, but they totally do! You know, I remember hearing about mermaids. I can't remember what it was, though. It's just like, I remember, and then I say I don't remember. Contradiction. I can't remember what it was. I think they're, like, nicknamed sea cows. I forget what they're called. Look how eager he is. He's running up the stairs. He's gone. Guys. Guys, we're going to the 6th floor. She's like, yeah, we'll meet you there. We'll take the long route. Anyways, I remember reading, like, that might be the origin of mermaids. Like, a bunch of sailors out at sea. They haven't seen any women in God knows how long. And they see this creature. And they're like, is that a woman? And I'm just like, if that's the case, then my God, guys. It's just like, you compare me to that beast? Just like, it's such a weird thing. If that is the origin, it's like, so basically a bunch of sailors mistaken these sea cows for women. I don't think women would take too kindly to being compared to modern men. Platinum! Well, what am I doing? I could easily get around fast with this. Oh, we got orange dragons now. These are the top ones. They're the ones that give you gold, but my one gives me gold despite being a green dragon because it's one of the special top ones that were from the one of the monster spawners that only summon one monster. That's why they're like. They're different because of that. Anyone that comes from something like that will inevitably give you different stuff than their usual one. Am I making any sense? I mean, Squirrel, you know, Squirrel I got. The only reason he's able to grow both oak and maple is because he came from one of those. Any squirrel that kind of looks like him, but isn't from one of those, would not have the same results. I guess it's time to do some fighting. Oh God! Oh no. Who do not want. Ow! Couldn't see where I was going. Come on, do your thing! Yeah! Fuck him up! Fuck him up! Fuck him up! Whoa, slash! I think that was the Rune ability. I forgot I equipped a different one, didn't I? Dragon down! Dragon is down! Ow. Ow. Oh, okay. Things are looking a bit chaotic around here. Ow! And now I'm back to square one. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Shit! These monsters be tough. Well, that looks like the way up. But it's probably gonna be more than the one, isn't it? Oh yeah, potions. Hello, motherfucker! Oh shit! Uh-oh. Oh yeah, forgot. Yeah. Fight me like a mage! Yeah! And if you can, would you drop that berry somewhere? I got a level, so that's nice. Gonna need it. Ow! Drop something. I know not what it is, but I will in a second. Looks like a crystal. Yep, it is. In fact, a crystal. Okay, it's midnight. We gotta get to bed already, guys. But hey, we kicked some monster ass, got a magic crystal and lowered the part of the bridge. That means this part's gonna be titled something that I do not know. Because nothing happens of note. Oh yeah, rucksack is full of shit. Put away the milk, which I should have done earlier, and honey, platinum. Man, I've already got these maxed out again already. It's just, it happens so quickly. And that, why not? Let's actually make more pickles. Fancy pickles. Let's make some jam. Fancy jam. Let's make some sickles. As usual. Finally! I was planning on making another brooch or whatever the hell. But, out of all people.
Time to go to bed. Good morning.
How uneventful, let's save the game. It's like, saving the game? What? You don't do that until after the recording. The reason I'm saving the game here is because that day was thoroughly uneventful, so if the recording does go tits up, it doesn't really make a difference. But I will, record the next part immediately after, of course. Don't know what I'll title this part. I mean, I think I've already titled one part in the past A Fairly Uneventful Day or something along those lines. It's like, another uneventful day. Because, well, this part was mostly just me kind of rambling. That was about it. There was nothing really accomplished. I mean, I got a magic crystal and lowered part of a bridge, but that was it. Seriously. While saving this part, I'm gonna actually check video titles of the previous parts to see how long it has been since the start of the Wind Spirit Shrine. Because this is ridiculous how long it's taken to get through that place. But anyways, see you next time, viewers. See you next time.